rental houses in Louisiana, trailer parks in Florida and Tennessee.
Thom Tillis is quick to remind voters
We moved 7 times before I was 16, living paycheck to paycheck.
that his life looks a lot like theirs.
When you grow up that way and you see people working at night, going to school, trying to get a job, you understand, if you're embedded in it, you really understand when government can help you and when government can hurt you.
And he says that sometimes leads to complicated votes, like the one he faced in 2013 when, as Speaker of the North Carolina House, he helped block Medicaid expansion under the Affordable Care Act because he says the system poorly served those who already had it.
I said, until I'm absolutely certain that we can fulfill the promise to the people who desperately need it, then I can't possibly expand it to others that I'd like to have, but I want to make sure we can pay for it, and I want to make sure that we keep the promise to the people who already have it.
Are we there yet?
I think that we've made substantial progress.
You voted many times to either get rid of or severely modify the ACA. People are worried if I have a pre-existing condition and they hear politicians say, we'll take care of you. They don't trust that it'll happen.
Well, I think it'll absolutely happen. I mean, there's no way I'd vote for something. In fact, I proposed the PROTECT Act, and it was codifying language that would ensure that pre-existing conditions would be taken off the table.
We are $23 trillion in debt. Do we have the money to do these programs?
The only way that the debt is ultimately going to get retired is the economy has to grow. That's how you have to do it. Well, there's no question that we need to go in and figure out how to reduce spending. But if we bet on the American economy, with $1 in the American economy, I think it's far more productive than $1 in the U.S. Treasury.
Where do you differ with the president?
Well, where I have to start with where I agree. I think if you look at NATO, holding NATO accountable, getting billions of dollars in resources of NATO allies who would refuse to pay their fair share under a Biden administration, on law and order, on protecting our borders, on growing the economy. Those are all key issues that I absolutely support the president on.
Do you see places you can work with the Biden administration?
Well, I don't know, because Joe Biden has been in Washington for 47 years. He served in the Obama administration. At that time, he struck maybe a more moderate profile. But now at the Democratic convention, Bernie Sanders got up and said things that he used to represent that seem radical left are now the mainstream of the party. And Joe Biden seems to support that.
Tillis aligns with the president on standing up to China as our primary global adversary.
They are the primary person responsible for this pandemic that we're going through right now, the communist government, not the Chinese people.
Do we try to remove them from the WTO?
I think so. I don't, because they're just not an honest broker. They've made it very clear they want to be the military and economic superpower of the world. And they know the only way they can do that is to destroy the American economy and make us a weaker adversary.
Tillis was diagnosed along with the president with COVID recently, but says his case was mild.
My doctors actually advised me not to even go to a medical facility. I have been, all of my care has been provided over the phone. I'm quarantining at home.
Here in North Carolina, the truth still matters.
The breaking news in this race is Tillis' opponent, Cal Cunningham, being accused of extramarital affairs. And even in 2020, Tillis says it's a legitimate issue.
Cal Cunningham at the debate last week said this race is about integrity, and I agree. He's in the Army. He is an Army officer. What he's already admitted to rises to the level of a letter of reprimand. I understand that one of the spouses is a veteran himself. That could actually even give rise to even more serious charges.